Making time for the news is important, but when you need a break, we've got you covered on All Songs Considered, NPR's music podcast. Think of it like a music discovery show, a well-deserved escape with friends, and yeah, some serious music insight.
I'm going to keep it real. I have no idea what this story is about.
Hear new episodes of All Songs Considered every Tuesday, wherever you get podcasts.
Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're broadcasting this week from the kinder and gentler division here at Car Talk Plaza. Now, we just want to take a moment at this particular time of year to offer, especially this time of year, to offer our appreciation to the new, kinder, and gentler Internal Revenue Service, with which we have now had firsthand experience.
Recent experience.
Well,
we had firsthand experience many times.
Well, we recently had the privilege at Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe of being audited.
Yeah.
Now, it probably had nothing to do with the fundraising suggestions that my brother's been making around the country. You know, the pledge form is blank. You fill in the amount.
I thought it was brilliant. I thought they'd agree with it.
The IRS doesn't care. You can tell them you donated anything you want.
Yeah. And
I'm sure they knew it was a joke.
It was a joke.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
I mean, we were a little nervous, I have to admit, when we went in to see these guys. But we were pleasantly surprised at the gentleness and the kindness with which we were treated. For example, my brother and I still have at least 4 fingers on each hand and on one an opposable thumb. Yeah.
And they did give us a key to the padlocks they put on the doors.
Yeah, I mean, usually they just
houses.
put the padlocks on the door, but they gave us a key. So if you had to get in, you could get in.
And they didn't seize our assets. They politely came and walked out with them.
Yeah. And the sign that they put on the office door, it says, "Do not enter government property. Do not enter." And at the bottom it says, "Please." They would never have put the please down there before.
And this one really, this touched me because they were kind enough to leave $100 in each of our savings accounts so we wouldn't have to return the free toasters that we got.
Yeah, because if they wipe out the entire bank account, which they used to do in the old days,
give the toaster
you got to
back.
give the toaster back.
I know it.
And they said, "You guys get the toasters, you can keep the toasters." They would never have thought of that.
They seized the toasters.
Then they seized the toasters, right?
But gently.
Yeah, but they did actually seize the recording studio. But they told us that we could use Willie Nelson's studio, which they still have.
And last but not least, they were going to impound our cars.
Yeah.
Until they saw them.
Yeah, that's all right. Go ahead, you keep those.
Anyway, if you want to talk to us, the number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 1-888-227-8255. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hi, this is Mike. I'm calling from Virgins, Vermont.
No.
Hi, Mike.
Yes.
Can I tell you a story?
Sure.
This is
Do
exciting.
the rest of us have to hear it? Or can you just call Mike like tomorrow and talk?
Let me tell you. When my wife graduated from college, she was a student teacher in Virgins, Vermont.
Get out.
No kidding.
Yeah, I mean, is there some kind of penal institution
correctional.
there? Correctional institution? Is there a jail or a prison or something in Virgins? Or is it just everyone is a criminal?
I think everyone's a criminal.
No, there used to be, because I taught school for a while in Vermont, and the bad boys, the ones
The bad
that
kids.
you never heard from
Yeah,
again,
went to Virgins.
Went to Virgins.
Right,
That's
we have
where
the
she
training
taught.
school there.
Training school.
That's where she taught.
Oh,
She's going to be thrilled to know that someone from Virgins can actually dial a telephone.
Yeah, we've alienated that state. No, it's a good thing you're ticking off the states with low population. I mean, Montana, no problem.
No problem.
Vermont, not too bad. A little close to home, but that's okay. Anyway,
So what's
Mike.
up, Mike?
I have a 1993 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham.
No kidding.
No kidding.
How old are you?
27.
What are you doing with that car? Did the
I
police
love
know that you bought a car like that and you're only 27?
Yes.
Do you have any powder blue leisure suits?
No, not anymore.
93 Fleetwood, okay.
93 Fleetwood.
He must have his reasons.
Yeah.
93 Fleetwood. And the problem I'm having is that when I turn the wheels all the way, either to the left or to the right, like pulling into a parking place or making a U-turn, the front end will bounce up and down like I'm going over speed bumps or potholes.
So you're going very, very slowly, pulling into a space. You are going slowly?
Yes.
And when you get to the end of the travel of the steering wheel,
Yes.
it bounces.
Yes.
All right. Why are you driving a Fleetwood? I mean, I'm going to use the Ronald Reagan method. If you can't answer the question they ask you,
ask another one. Yeah, why are you driving a Fleetwood?
I think the Cadillac is the best car, and that's just the deal I got.
And you're sticking with that story, huh?
The local dealer gave me a heck of a deal on this car.
So you bought it new?
I bought it used about 3 months ago.
Great. Here's what I think might be wrong with it.
What's that?
Let me ask a question first
Okay.
before I get myself in too deep. Does it pull to the left or right when you let go of the wheel on the highway?
Not noticeably.
I'm assuming that it's in the alignment somehow.
Oh, no, I think it's...
You don't think so?
No, not,
Think about it.
Fleetwood.
See, I'm thinking that one of the wheels
Yeah.
is not turning right.
Nah, that's bogus.
I know it is, but that's the feeling I'm getting. I'm using all my intuition here.
Here's what you do.
Yeah.
Take off your white belt and tie the steering wheel so that the car is making a tight left-hand turn.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah?
Okay? Put the thing in gear. Jump out. And you can stand in the inside of the circle and watch what's happening. And then if nothing seems to be going on that's too exciting there, you can run to the outside and see what's happening, and then run to the inside, and if you're lucky, you can jump back in the car.
Should he leave the door open when he's doing this, or just the window?
I think you leave the window
Just
down.
the window, so you can jump back
So
through
you
the
don't
window.
lock the keys in it.
Ah, that's true.
There you go. Exactly. Well,
Are you up for this, Mike?
I don't know. I will try.
Alternatively, of course, you could get someone else to drive the car in a tight circle.
I was thinking that might be a good plan.
That might be good, too, yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to come up with a scenario, and here's the scenario I'm coming up with.
Yeah, what do you see?
That you have a slipping belt.
Okay.
And because when you turn the wheel all the way to the left, you're asking, or the right, you're asking the power steering to produce its greatest amount of assist. And if the belt is slipping, it can alternately cause the engine to change RPM. So it slips, the engine RPM goes up, and then it doesn't slip, and the engine RPM goes down, and power is transmitted to the steering box.
Oh, so you think the reason it's bouncing is
it's getting little shots of power from the engine, and that's causing it to jerk ahead. And of course, and that's what's causing the bouncing is that he's got his foot on the brake at the same time, and the car is nosing. Okay, you've got your foot on the brake, you're in gear, you got the wheel cut all the way. So I think that's what's going on.
Okay.
You ready for this?
What's that?
New shocks.
New shocks.
You think so?
No, not really.
No.
You might need the power steering belt tightened, but take it to your guy and have him check. Maybe you got a ball joint that's ready to fall off. I don't know.
I mean, you should have someone check out the front end, because anytime it steers funny, it's potentially dangerous. And you really should have someone check out the tie rod ends, the ball joints, and make sure that nothing is falling off.
Okay.
But that said, I don't think there's anything to really worry about.
I do.
But it's worth it to have it checked.
I think something is worth worrying about.
I don't think so. Gee, I don't think so. I feel strongly that it's probably okay, and you have just a loose belt.
Well, have someone check out the front end.
I will have someone check out the front end.
See you, Mike.
And good luck, Mike.
Thank you
My
so
wife
much.
is going to be thrilled when
Mike,
I tell her.
How old are you, 27?
Yes.
What, pray tell, are you going to own when you're old? If you own this car now.
A Subaru.
That's it. Work
There you go.
backwards. You got to work backwards.
Well, there's a certain wisdom in that. I mean,
There
why
is.
wait until old age to buy the car of your dreams?
That's true.
Buy it now while you have no money. Great.
Hey, Mike, thanks a million for the call.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 1-888-227. Oh, heck. 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hello, this is Tony McLeod from New York. I'm from
Tony with an I?
Tony with an I.
From New York City?
From Farmingdale, Long Island.
Farmingdale.
Long Island.
Right. I didn't wait until I was old to have the car of my dreams. I have one.
What is that?
It's a 1994 Mitsubishi 3000 GT.
Well, so what's wrong with it?
Well, I get a pulsing in my brakes, and I can't attribute it to the ABS system. And I took it to two dealerships, and both dealerships told me the same thing, that the rotors are out of round.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably
and
true.
they also said that I have lots of brake pad left, so it's not time to change either the rotors or correct the brake problem. However, they gave me two different approaches. Now, when I was a little girl, my dad was an auto mechanic, and I used to do my own brake jobs.
Yeah.
And we always cut the rotors. We always sent them out to get them cut.
Yeah.
We rarely replaced them.
Yeah.
I have one dealership telling me that I must replace the rotors, and the others insisting that all I need to do is cut them. What do I do?
Wow.
And you knew all about that.
Well, your cars were simpler way back then, and I used to do a lot of my own work. But I don't know what to do with this car.
First of all, the guys who told you it's not time to do anything, I'm not sure that they're quite right.
No,
because just because you don't need pads doesn't mean you shouldn't correct this problem, because this is reducing your braking efficiency.
Well, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, it depends how bad the pulsing is. I mean, if you have you may be a very sensitive-footed driver, and you may be feeling a pulsing that isn't really too serious.
Okay.
On the other hand, let's assume it is serious.
Right.
And let's assume that something has to be done with the discs. Because these discs on this car do not have a wheel bearing set up like your old car,
Right.
it's very difficult to put them in the lathe and get them true.
Okay.
So you can do that, and sometimes you find out that the pulsing is worse when you're all done.
See, now they suggested to me that they would put the car on a lift, and they would actually cut the rotor while it...
On the car, yes.
They can do that. This car is front-wheel drive.
Yes.
So they can do that
it
for
is.
the fronts, but they can't do that for the backs, but you may only need the fronts done.
Yeah, I think they told me it was the front. That was the problem.
And if the disc is not in bad shape, if it isn't all pitted and pockmarked,
Then this will work.
it will work fine. And it's somewhat cheaper than buying a new one. Did they
Very
give you
much
prices?
I think they said $170 some odd dollars to have them cut and replace the brakes, and it was well over $400 to do it the other way.
Oh, then I think you should do the first choice.
So you're basically telling me you're saving me about $300 with this telephone call.
Yes, so you're going to
right.
send this a what? Check for the retirement fund, right?
You need to know
Come on, the
something.
IRS is all over us like a cheap suit. We need some dough.
I won't
Don't send the check, send cash. Well, I wouldn't be too worried. I mean, I wouldn't run out tomorrow and do this, but if you do it, have them machined.
Okay.
And, because I think that'll obviously save you a lot of money, and it should be pretty good. On the other hand, when you do machine them and you make them thinner, they have less heat dissipating capability, and you increase the chances that
And they're gonna warp again.
Again, especially if you drive like a maniac, which we know you do.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have
We
this
didn't
car.
want to bring that up. Your children may be listening.
That's
I don't
right.
have children, so
No.
it's not a problem.
That's why you're driving like a nut.
So I should stay out of Farmingdale, Long Island.
Absolutely.
No, you should come and visit.
No, I'm gonna stay clear. Thanks, Tony.
We'll call you from the ferry. We'll call you from Orient Point.
Okay, great. Thank you so
See you,
much.
Tony. Bye.
Bye.
She's nuts.
Oh, yeah, she's a whack.
Hey, don't go anywhere because we've got a lot more calls, well, a few anyway, and the puzzler answer coming up right after this.
This message comes from Wise, the app for using money around the globe. When you manage your money with Wise, you'll always get the mid-market exchange rate with no hidden fees. Join millions of customers and visit wise.com. T's and C's apply.
Keeping up with the news can feel like a 24-hour job. Luckily, it is our job. Every hour on the NPR News Now podcast, we take the latest, most important stories happening, and we package them into 5-minute episodes so you can easily squeeze them in between meetings and on your way to that thing. Listen to the NPR News Now podcast. Now.
You care about what's happening in the world. Stay informed with NPR's State of the World podcast. In just a few minutes, we take you to stories around the globe. You might hear the latest developments in world conflicts, or about what global events mean for the price of your coffee. Listen to the State of the World podcast from NPR.
Instead of letting an algorithm throw mediocre podcast recommendations at you, sign up for NPR's Pod Club newsletter. We comb through hours of audio to find the gems, the episodes that will make you gasp, cry, or crack up in a public place. Then every week we send those picks to your inbox and tell you why they're worth your time. Subscribe now at npr.org/podclub.
Hi, we're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert brothers. And here's the answer to last week's
The
puzzle.
long-awaited answer, we might say. Boy, oh boy, I've been waiting. What was the puzzle?
I don't remember. Let me refer to my notes. Imagine, if you will, a long, long freight train. You know, like the kind you always see out west.
Yeah.
like
750 cars.
750 cars. You can spend your entire vacation. That's why people get killed by those trains, because if you get stuck waiting for one, you could spend half a lifetime
and
there.
it's worth shortening your life.
It's worth it.
To take a shot at it.
Anyway, imagine this. This is a scenario.
I mean, what goes through people's minds? They say, what am I going to do, ruin my whole vacation waiting for this train? No, I think I'll just get killed instead. Okay.
Anyway, imagine this. It pulls into the train yard and it stops so that the train workers can go for a haircut or something. I don't know. Trains stop for no apparent reason, as we all know.
Yeah.
Anyway, they get back in. The engineer opens the throttle, and the train starts to pull away from the yard. As it begins to pull away, somebody realizes that the caboose has a problem. No coffee. No, the brake is frozen on one of the wheels, and the wheel is being dragged along, and there are sparks and smoke and all kinds of nasty stuff. And someone standing on the yard, the train yard, manages to signal to the engineer, and he stops the train.
Yeah.
Well, they can't fix it, so they decide to just uncouple the caboose. So they remove it, and they give the engineer the go-ahead. Go ahead, they say. He gives it the throttle. The train doesn't move. He gives it more throttle. Still doesn't move. In fact, the wheels are spinning.
On the engine?
On the engine. Well, the other wheels aren't spinning because what?
They're just sitting there.
They ain't moving.
No.
Now, there's nothing wrong with any of the remaining cars, and there's nothing wrong with the engine. But there is something wrong with the engineer. The question is, what's happening here, baby?
Yeah. Actually, didn't we use this puzzle once before?
No, I don't think so.
I
don't know. Maybe.
I think you did.
A long time ago, baby?
A long time ago,
How long?
2 weeks. Yeah. Well, give us the answer, oh great wise one. See, the only reason you knew the answer was because you used this spoon before.
Well, I thought I had disguised it sufficiently.
Well, you did.
When a locomotive is pulling cars, each car is attached to the one in front of it and behind it by a coupling. But the couplings aren't rigid. They're, in fact, sloppy. Mm-hmm. So that when the train stopped and started to go, you didn't realize that something had happened before that. When a long freight train pulls into a yard, before it takes off, it will frequently back up to compress all the couplings. And then when it takes off, one car at a time begins to move. And it's quite a while, in fact, before the caboose begins to move. But in this situation, the train was stopped. He did that backing up thing. I failed to mention that in the statement of the puzzler.
Another form of obfuscation, and nicely done, I thought.
The train is halted because the brake is stuck, and because it's stuck, the caboose is, in a sense, pulling the train from the other end. So now all the couplings are all stretched out.
Yeah.
They remove the caboose, but the guy doesn't back up.
Right.
They give him the go-ahead. He says, okay, I'll go ahead.
So now he's going to pull all 750 cars
at once.
At one time.
He's going to try to move the last car while he's trying to move the first car, and the train is just too heavy, and he doesn't have enough friction between the wheels and the track.
So a train can't really pull from a dead stop all the cars that you see behind it sometimes.
If it's long enough, it can't do it.
It
can't do it.
So the little engine that couldn't
do it.
Simple as that.
Couldn't do it. You have to apply the rules of incrementalism. You have to pull one car at a time until finally you've got one car, two cars, three cars, and you've moved them all. And once it's moving, of course, you can't stop it because everyone knows trains can't stop for beans.
Yeah.
Anyway, who's going to win the new 10th anniversary Car Talk T-shirt this week, Tommy?
The winner this week is Oliver Gersh. Get this, he's from Dortmund, Germany.
No kidding.
Wow. How do you say real ugly T-shirt in German, do you know? Anyway, for having your correct answer chosen at random, Oliver, from all the other correct answers that we got this week, you're going to get this wonderful T-shirt that says celebrating 10 years of bad car advice, and you could be the first one on your continent to have one.
Imagine that.
Wow, the first one to have.
And you could be the first one on your continent to use it to wash your floor. Pretty good. Good work, Ollie. Anyway, we'll have a brand new puzzle coming up in the third half of today's show, so don't touch that dial. In the meantime, we'll take your calls at 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Below, you're on Car Talk.
This is Scott. I'm from Chino, California.
Hi, Scott.
I'll give you a nickel if you can repeat the phone number.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm thoroughly baffled. I was over here ciphering. That's why there was a pause on the phone.
What did you say your name was?
Scott from
Scott.
Chino.
Oh, Scott. I was so enamored of the name Chino.
Chino.
So what's up, man?
Well, I have a question for you guys that hopefully you'll be able to resolve this. I have an uncle who we will call Uncle Know-It-All.
Uncle Know-It-All.
Can we refer to him as UK?
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, Uncle Know-It-All has a late model, I think 93, 94 Ford Thunderbird. And at about 45,000 miles, the transmission goes out on this Thunderbird.
Oh, wasn't that poetic justice, huh?
Yeah. So I'm driving a 96 Ford Mustang. Uncle Know-It-All tells me, and I'm not sure where he gets this information, but he tells me anytime I'm not on the freeway, I need to be driving that car with the overdrive off. Because when you're doing city driving, the strain of the stop and go puts an undue stress on the torque converter, thus causing the transmission to go out early.
What does Uncle Know-It-All do for a living?
He's a doctor. He's a brain surgeon.
He's retired. He spends a lot of time gambling.
What did he do?
He was in the aerospace industry. He did something for...
Oh, jeez.
He built those McDonnell Douglas planes you fly on.
We don't fly.
Okay. Thanks for that, Scott.
People tend to extrapolate from their limited knowledge of certain things.
Yeah.
We're guilty of that frequently. And,
are we?
And Uncle Know-It-All certainly has done that in this case. I mean, he may have been a very well-respected and capable aerospace engineer. Did they offer him early retirement?
As a matter of fact, they did.
They did, eh?
Is he like 40? and they're paying him to not come to work anymore.
That's right.
Right. We'll pay you $70,000 a year to come, and we'll pay you $80,000 if you stay home. Well, no, he's wrong. First of all,
he's completely wrong. Absolutely, completely, unequivocally, without any question. There's no way for him to get out of it wrong. That's how wrong he is.
You know what? I'm going to dance a jig in celebration.
No, the only reason you would not want to be an overdrive around town is that it is somewhat annoying to have the thing do a shift from first to second, second to third, and third to fourth. So you'd have 3 shifts in there, or 4 shifts, so to speak. But that would be the only reason you'd take it out of that and put it in just D. I mean, for that matter, you could have it in second. If you never went more than 20 miles an hour, you'd be no need to go beyond second gear.
Oh, that's freeway speed here in Los Angeles.
Right.
That's right.
So other than that, the transmission doesn't care, the torque converter doesn't care, nor does it really know.
Okay.
And there's no extra wear and tear on anything by having it shift into overdrive around town. Now,
well, the thing is, if you're mostly driving at speeds like below 35 around town, it will never get into 4th gear, most vehicles. So whether you have it in D or D with the little box around it or whatever they call it on a Mustang, it will never get there if you don't exceed a minimum speed, which is usually like in the high 30s.
I gotcha. Okay.
Anything else he's come up with? I mean, obviously, this moniker, Uncle Know-It-All, didn't come about from this one little story.
Oh, no. It's a well-earned title over many years, many of which I couldn't share over the radio.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Well, you might have to write to us.
Now,
then.
is he an uncle on your side or your wife's?
On my side.
On your side. Yeah. So you never ran into the situation, my uncle, I thought he was your uncle. It wasn't one of those deals.
No. Unfortunately,
you know
it flows through the bloodline.
It does.
Yeah.
And how do you think you are? Any feedback?
Well, I'm a skeptic, so that, I got one up on him there.
Well, that's good.
How does your wife refer to you when she's talking to her friends?
Yeah, husband know-it-all.
Husband know-it-all. Thanks for calling,
See you,
Scott.
Scott.
Bye-bye.
Now, before we get to the new puzzler, we have to take a short break.
You're going to refine the new puzzler. That's it. You're going to go through and make sure all the little details are right, subjected to that last rigorous test.
No, I'm going to get another donut. We'll be back in a minute.
Latin music has never been bigger, but it's always been big on Alt Latino. 15 years in, we continue celebrating Latinidad through a music lens, transcending borders through ritmo. Get to know artists from La Cultura on a deeper level, and throw some new Latin music recs into your rotation. Listen to Alt Latino in the NPR app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Support for NPR and the following message come from the Kresge Foundation with Pathbreakers, a podcast about transforming communities through innovation. From revolutionizing higher education to supporting artists who are driving change. Pathbreakers is available on podcast platforms.
Ha! We're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're here to discuss maybe cars, maybe car repair,
maybe,
and the new Puzzler. Now, I'm just going to recite this one because it was, I like the way it was written.
So it's perfect as it is.
Well,
almost.
Well, I can't really just recite. I'll have to mess around with it.
Of course.
This was sent to us from a guy named Bob Powers from Shreveport, La. And I'll just read it and throw in the
the necessary obfuscation. I was going to say it's unlikely that a listener could reach the levels of obfuscation that you can add.
Well, it's pretty obvious that Robert J. Powers is well schooled in the the obfuscation department. Here it is. A teenage boy smitten with a teenage girl in his high school freshman class made his feelings known. Overjoyed at finding them reciprocated, he took penknife to a young hardwood in the vicinity and carved their initials with a heart 5 feet up the tree's trunk. Carved their initials within a heart 5 feet up the tree's trunk.
I see the puzzler already.
By their senior year, however, the girl's ardor had cooled.
Yeah.
She took her diploma, went away to the big city, and married. The boy, crushed, was inconsolable.
Yeah.
Bidding his family farewell, he took his small savings that he got from selling lemonade, bought a bus ticket, went to the East Coast, and shipped out in a menial job on a broken-down freighter.
Wow.
What a story, huh?
Wow.
Can you see it now?
I can see it, man.
25 years later, captain of his own vessel, owner of a small freighter fleet, and with a major interest in a few oil tankers, he indulged a nostalgic whim and returned for the first time ever to his old hometown.
Wow.
Imagine his joy when he discovered his old sweetheart living there, now a widow. One thing led to another. The flame reignited, and one day they searched for their tree.
Wow.
It was not hard to find. It was near a rock, near a river, and they immediately found it.
Yeah.
Now, here's the puzzler.
Yeah.
If the tree had added 35% to its height in the first 15 years of his absence, 10% in the following 5 years, and 2.5% in the ensuing 8 years, how far up the trunk did they have to look to find the carving with their initials in it?
Oh! Wow! Man! So the facts are that in his freshman year, he draws the heart on the tree.
3 years later, she dumps him.
She dumps him. He goes away for 25 years, comes back, and then they go back to the tree, which has added all these different pieces at 35%, 20%,
So when he returns, they go looking for the heart, and I'm stating that the tree added 35% to its height in the first 15 years of his absence, 10% in the following 5 years, and 2.5% in each of the remaining 8 years of his absence.
Okay, now these are all percentages of the original height of the tree. Okay.
So the question very simply is...
What kind of a tree was it?
Why did she dump him in the first place? Didn't she know he was going to become a sea captain?
He wouldn't have.
If she hadn't dumped him. He had something to prove.
He would have married her right after he graduated from high school. He'd have gotten a job at the hardware store, and he'd have been a boring, like the rest of us, husband.
Right.
Instead of having been a swashbuckling sea captain.
Now... So if you think you know where they can find their heart and you would like to communicate with us in some manner, you can write a letter to us. And you can mail that letter to Puzzler Tower, Car Talk Plaza, Box 3500, Harvard Square, Cambridge.
Our fair city.
Matt 02238. And as always, you can email us your answer from our website, cartalk.msn.com. Just click on the Talk to Car Talk section. And if we choose your correct answer at random from among the guaranteed to be correct answers we get this week, you'll get one of our new Car Talk t-shirts featuring the slogan celebrating 10 years of bad car advice. Now, if you'd like to call us, the number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Josepha. I'm calling from Anchorage, Alaska.
Josepha.
Yes.
I love your name.
Thank you. So do I.
Yeah, they were hoping for a boy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long story.
Like, it's a good thing they weren't shooting for Vinny. Vineffa would have been funny. All right, now, we have, I'm ashamed to say this, but we are all subject to this. I mean, we try as we will.
Stereotyping?
We all stereotype. And now, I know that my brother is sitting here saying to himself, now, in what way is Josefa wacky? Because she lives in Anchorage. So, and you got to be wacky somehow, and I am trying, and you sound like a perfectly normal person.
Yeah, don't let that fool you.
But in some way, you must be wacko, because why else would you be living in Anchorage, Alaska?
Well, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Anchorage, Alaska?
Hell no.
It's beautiful up here.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay, so what's wrong with your car?
And it's not crowded.
Yeah. Okay, sure, yeah. All right.
Okay.
That's good, yeah. All
So
right.
here's the deal.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I have a 1982 Subaru sedan, two-door, a little white GLF.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, you guys, this is not just a car. This is a family member.
See, all of this information you're giving us is filling in the unknowns in the wacko equation. But go ahead.
Yes, this is true. So maybe I'll answer it when I give you my dissertation here. This car has been in my life for 16 years. She runs wonderfully well. She's like my friend. Her name is Phoebe. And I took her into the shop because I heard this. So every time I turned on the ignition, I heard a flushing sound coming through. It almost sounded like it was coming through the dashboard. And my heater stopped working.
Yeah.
So this sounded like someone was flushing a toilet.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So I took it into the shop, and a couple hours later, they called me and said that she has a hole in her number 4 cylinder.
Oh.
And the only way they could fix it is to put in a new engine, and it will cost thousands more than this car is worth.
Of course.
So I'm crushed. It's like they gave her the death knell. She's got 6 months to live, and I don't want a new car.
No, she doesn't have 6 months.
6 minutes.
She's dead already.
So I'm calling you to find a different answer because I don't like the one they gave me.
I mean, what's our definition here of death knell? I mean, it sounded like you said simply because this is going to cost thousands more than the car is worth. I mean, there's some embedded rule you have that you never spend more than the car is worth. Where'd you get that rule?
Well, I don't know. I guess it's the people around me are telling me I should not put that kind of money into this car. Now, her body leaves a little bit to be desired. You know, she was rusting out. I had to duct tape her floorboards.
Duct tape the floorboards.
Yeah.
I would have to say it's time to junk it. Because even under the best of circumstances, it's going to be rusted like crazy, and it's probably structurally unsound. So it would be crazy to put a rebuilt engine into this thing. Now, alternatively, you could find a used engine for a couple of $100, but not in Anchorage.
No, true.
No, but
I've looked at that.
The first thing to determine is whether or not it is structurally sound. Because the rule about not spending more money than the car is worth is complete hogwash.
Yeah.
My brother violates that rule.
Every time I get gas. Every time I get gas, if I fill up the tank, I'm spending more than the car is worth. So we know that rule doesn't apply because it can last for many, many years beyond that time. But the real question is, do you want to waste money on something that's a death trap? Because rust doesn't hold stuff together. And if the frame is really rusted, then the car, if you hit something, it'll collapse. It'll fold
up.
It
may just disappear. You may find yourself sitting there.
In the snow.
In no car.
The car is gone.
Well, I think you're right, and you're sort of reiterating what my friends and husband have been telling me. I guess I just needed to hear it from you.
Yeah, well, sorry.
Okay.
But you'll have to move on.
Yeah, it's time to move on. Find a new friend.
Okay.
And move to Point Barrow.
No thanks. I'll stay right where I'm at.
See you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later. But I will have to say that as wacko as those Alaskans may be, they're all happy. Or maybe they're just, who knows what they are.
Yeah. Well, she's been on hold for 4 hours waiting to talk to us.
And she waited.
Because
there's no one else to talk to.
There's nothing to do. No. Well, it's happened again. You've evaporated another hour listening to Car Talk. Our esteemed producer is Doug the Subway Fugitive, not a slave to fashion Berman. Our associate producer and Dean of the College of Automusicology is Ken Babyface Rogers. Our assistant producer is Catherine Crystal Ray, back from vacation, I might add. Rather lengthy vacation, I might add.
Yeah.
And our engineer is Jonathan Superhighway Sideburns Marston. Our technical, spiritual, and menu advisor is Mr. John S. Lawler. Of Dewey, Cheatham, Howe, and WBUR in Boston.
And even though the Swallows avoid Capistrano when they've got us on the loudspeakers there, this is NPR, National Public Radio.